So when I started tech school, I had a instructor basically like single me out all the time. Like he would make jokes like, "Are you high? Like your eyes are always red." Like basically kind of like dogging on me in a way. And it got to the point where after he told me like, "Are you high?" I get drug tested randomly the next day. And of course I passed. And I told him, I said, "What makes you think?" He's just like, "You just look like you're a bad kid." You know, he always singled me out. And but I was very smart. Like growing up, like I always had good grades and I didn't have to try much. I just was smart. And it got to the point where like I was a sophomore and I brought home like basically a pageant. No, a banquet, my bad, not a pageant. A banquet like little ticket to my mom, and I told her, I was like, "Hey mom, like you want to come to my like all A banquet?" And she goes, "You have all A's?" And then like it kind of like revealed that my mom didn't really care. And but she did post about it and share it to the world, you know. And yeah, but she didn't know until I showed her that. She was like, even I was shook because I was that kid that, you know, my parents don't care what I do, so what am I gonna bring home? But then when I had brought, like, they literally gave me an invitation to my own banquet, like an all A banquet, and I gave it to my mom. She goes, "You have all A's?" She goes, "Wow." And my mom didn't have to worry about me, right? And so when I was in tech school, you have to like pass school before you go to operational. And I just remember like taking it very seriously. Like I was like, I'm gonna do good. And I had met a guy through social media on like, you know, my journey in tech school, and he was like in Arizona. And me and him were really close, and I started liking him. But like I had my car too at the time, and every weekend I would go visit my grandpa. Like something told me, God told me basically, like, you need to see your grandpa, you need to see your grandpa. And it's not because I didn't want to. I was like, bet, like, you know, like I knew I shouldn't be driving long distance because it was out of the radius, but I still went. Like I still went. And I don't regret it because who knew those would be the last times I see my grandpa. But every chance I got, I went to go see him. Even for Thanksgiving, I brought my friend. I said, "Hey, you want to come?" And she said, "Yes, I would love to." And the first day, like, I see my grandpa after I graduated. He made sure to put my banners huge, like, displayed. And you could tell when I'm pulling up, he's trying to act nonchalant, like he doesn't hear me pulling up. And I said, "Dad, I'm home." And then he's like, "Newski, you're here?" And he was so happy. He goes, "Do you see what I have displayed for you?" I said, "Yes, Dad, I do." He goes, "I'm so proud of you, Mija." He goes, "You're so brave." And like, I've never heard those words. And never felt it really from a heart that cared. Like, but my dad, my grandpa, said his thing. He's like, "I'm proud of you." He goes, "Yeah, you're so brave for everything I do was with my grandpa. I promise y'all." Well, everybody was going out and partying in tech school, and I had my car, guys. I had a nice car, I had a Camaro. And everybody was like, "Hey, can you take me here? Hey, take me there." I said, "Nah, I'm gonna go see my grandpa." Every weekend, I went to go see my grandpa, and I was only there for a month and a half. Every weekend, I went. Something told me, God told me, because you're gonna have to go. And I didn't question it, even when it was out of my radius. Something told me. But I didn't know that would be the last time I would see him like those times. But I'm so glad I went. I'm so glad. And I even told him during Thanksgiving, I said, "Dad, like, whatever I get pre-approved for when I get out of the military, I was like, can I buy your land and you could live here for the rest of your life? Because I know you don't want to live here, that you don't leave, and I'll take care of you and grandma. I said, please. And he goes, yes, mija, let's do that. He goes, I would love that, actually. I said, yes, but God had other things in store. God had other things in store. They sure did. But yeah, I graduated tech school, and when I graduated tech school, I got top grad and I got distinguished grad, and it's so rare to get both of them, but I did. I got both of them. And prior to that, everybody was like counting everybody's like scores up to who got top grad, and the instructor's like looking like, y'all are missing the one person who got it, and everybody's asking everybody else but me, and I'm in the middle of the class. Everybody's asking everybody but me. And he goes, it's so funny that y'all stereotyped her, because I did the same thing. He goes, I couldn't believe it was her that got it. Yeah. I got it. Top grad and distinguished graduate in tech school, both. And I was like, me? He goes, yes, you. I was like, no way. He goes, yes. He goes, when we have our ceremony, he goes, you're going to get awarded that. I was like, another thing my grandpa's going to be proud of. Like, I promise you, I was so happy, because I was always I was reading. We had tablets, and I was always like studying. I'm like, I didn't know what I was working towards, but I was like passing everything like 95 and above or 96 and above. I don't remember. I promise y'all, everybody didn't even know I was gonna be the one. Everybody was asking everybody else but me. Everybody asked everybody but me for their average score. The whole time it was me that got it. The pothead. Everyone overlooked me.